Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Podcast 51. Hopefully, you guys are having a wonderful day today. I know it's sunny outside and got some stuff to do today, so I'm happy today. So, hopefully, you guys are happy and hopefully, you guys get cheered up by this episode. Again, before we get started, make sure to follow me on podcasts on pod underscore cast 51. Pod underscore cast 51 on Instagram. We'll be posting, all the information on the podcast and, all the details on what we're going to be doing next and all that stuff. Today is like a filler episode kind of today, but we're going to be talking about some, interesting stuff that I think, that I think is interesting. But today I was supposed to be discussing what was it? Oh, I was supposed to be discussing best living director today, and I wanted to refine that a little bit more. I wanted to, do a little bit more research and get a little bit, get a few more directors in the conversation. There was like 4 directors that are always going to be in the conversation of like best director and all that stuff. But there's, other directors from other genres that maybe you didn't think of, and you're like, oh, maybe that, he could be in the running for it. So make sure to tune in for that. And this podcast, of course, is about movies and TV show topics. Sometimes we might go a little bit off topic, but most of the stuff, like 99% of the stuff that we're going to be talking about on the podcast, is going to be about TV or movie or anything of that sort. And we're going to be talking about, some interesting topics. Like last episode, some of the topics we talked about were, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? What is the best video game movie? What is the underrated movie that you wish got more attention? And what movie would be better as a miniseries? And a few more stuff. But make sure to go listen to that episode, the last episode that we did on it'll be on pod underscore cast 51 and the link in the bio. You can choose where you want to watch it on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, all the stuff. And but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy that episode. I really had fun doing that. I had 2 of my friends on, Ronnie and Eddie, that were, really cool to talk to. And the episode, was really cool and fun to do and easy to do because they're, they both like movies and TV shows as much as I do. So that was really fun to talk to them. Make sure to go listen to that episode. But today we're going to be talking about, just some random stuff. Finally went to the movies. Haven't been to the movies since like February of last year. So it's been over a year since I've been to the movie theaters. That's one thing I miss about going to the movie theaters was, especially going with friends or family and going to see a movie that you couldn't wait to go see. I'm like one of the few people who actually like going to the movies. I know a lot of people, they have, they're like, I could just watch it at home. I really miss going to the movie theaters. There's some stuff where these directors make it for the movie theater, and it's not the same as, like I have a pretty big TV and I could just watch it on my TV. But I'd rather just go to the I saw, what was it, Demon Slayer. Didn't know really too much about it. I didn't watch the show. I think it's after the first season. So a lot of the references I didn't get, but it's an anime. Not really. I don't watch too many animes. I only watch like 3 like I only watched 3, like One Punch Man, which is only 2 seasons. 7 Deadly Sins, and right now I'm watching My Hero Academia. That's about it. That's as far as anime as I get. But I watch a lot of comic book shows and all that stuff. So there's like so many shows people recommending me and all that stuff. Like Invincible. A lot of people are telling me to watch Invincible on Amazon. I finally got around to watching it. It's I'm like 4 episodes in, and it's really good. Amazon is doing, the thing where it's like, we don't have any rights to any of the superheroes, but we're gonna. This is as close to especially the Justice League. Like Invincible and the Boys are like, how close can you get to the Justice League without them being the Justice League? Like, as close as you can, like, especially the Boys. It's basically a spoof on Justice League. These are all characters based on, if you know who, Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman, the Flash, Aquaman. These are all, if you've seen the first episode of Invincibles, you're like, oh, this is like the Boys, but in cartoon form. Like, come on, different character designs, but I know what you're trying to do. I know what's going on. Can't fool me. But I still enjoy the episodes. I still watch. The Boys are, that's really good. Invincible so far is really good. Um, I'll probably do a review on Invincible when I finish it. I'll probably do a review on that and the Boys. So yeah, so that would be a really fun episode to do. Mortal Kombat came out already. I haven't seen it yet. That's one of the things where it looks cool, but I never really played the game. I only played it like a few times, like if I went to like my friend's house or something. But I never really had the game. My friends saw it already, and they said that they really liked it, and they're the ones who actually played multiple Mortal Kombat games. So I never really played it. Never really had a copy of it. So I was like, it's not like the high. It's not high on my priority list to watch, but I will eventually watch it because it looks cool, and my friends said that they really like it. So you know they're the ones who actually play the game. So if they like it, I'm like, I'll take your word for it. I'll watch it soon. But yeah, there's just so many shows. I finally just caught up on My Hero Academia. I didn't realize I was a season behind, but I caught up. Um, Now I'm like a few episodes behind on My Hero. I still need to watch like a few episodes in season 5. Um, that's a great anime, and but yeah, I can't wait for that one. Still waiting for season 3 of One Punch Man. Probably gonna read the manga for that, because there's no like it was 4 years in between season 1 and season 2, so I'm like, and season 2 was like, it was okay, If you watch it, you know what I'm talking about. Season 1 was awesome. But yeah, can't wait for that. Luckily, a lot of shows went on hiatus for a little bit, like The Flash and Superman and Lois. I was watching that, and they went on hiatus for a little bit. I think they're coming back. But yeah, there's like so many shows I need to watch, and I'll do like a review on that. And then I was watching Superman the animated series on HBO Max, and because I never got to see it, because I finally got to see Static Shock, and that was really cool to see. But yeah, can't wait for. But yeah, I'm like in the middle of like Superman the animated series because I never got to see it. Because I watch, the Batman the animated series, Batman Beyond, Justice League Unlimited. So I'm like, it's like the same universe. So I need to watch it. So yeah, and speaking of like video game, I know there's a lot of video we talked about on the last episode, like what's the best video game movie. Make sure to go watch that for the other guys' answers. But I picked Tomb Raider. I think Tomb Raider, especially like the new one. I think that especially with the one with Alicia Vikander, phenomenal job. She did a phenomenal job playing Laura Croft. I could, it's like they designed her on not they she actually like looked apart. She looked like the video game character, and when she go in the forest or the rainforest or wherever she went to in the movie, and the fighting style, and going into the tomb and solving the puzzles. And I was like, oh, this is very cool and very similar to the actual game, and the story was really good, and the cinematography was really good. um, I just think that's, like, in my opinion, the best video game movie. But a lot of people have different opinions on that, because there's not a lot of video game movies that do like, especially Assassin's Creed. I played enough of them to get the gist of Assassin's Creed. I played, like, which ones did I play? Black Flag. I played a little bit of. I played Syndicate. I played. I seen the gameplay for Valhalla. Uh, I seen, like, the gameplay for all of them, but I played, like, Assassin's Creed 3. I played Syndicate, Revelations, Black Flag, um, Assassin's Creed 3. I played, like, a few of them, and I've watched, like, gameplay for the rest of them. And yeah, I get the gist of what Assassin's Creed is supposed to be. And they didn't capture it. Like, my friend, he has, like, a tattoo of Assassin's Creed on his arm, and he's a big Assassin's Creed fan. He didn't like it, so not a lot of people loved the Assassin's Creed. I don't know why they did it like that. Um, I think that game series could lend itself to a good movie. I think it could lend itself to a good movie, or maybe like I don't know, not a mini series. I think a good movie. Um, I think the directors of, like, John Wick um, could do that justice. Um, I think, yeah, the directors of John Wick can do the Assassin's Creed game really well. Um, like Scott Atkins, uh, the actor, I think he would do really well as an assassin. Um, like, get, like, people who do stunts and for a living, or I don't know. I don't think Keanu Reeves would be an assassin, but Keanu Reeves would be cool. But yeah, to get, like, people who like Scott Atkins, he's a really good. If you've seen any of his movies, he was in, like, Ip Man 3. Um, he was in he was, like, in a whole bunch of other movies where he's, like, doing fighting styles, and he's actually a real martial artist. Um, yeah, that'd be really cool to see, an actual martial artist in Assassin's Creed game. Um, and make the fight scenes cool. Like, if the story sucks, but the fight scenes are cool, at least the fight scenes are cool. Just make them cool. But I think that the directors of John Wick and John Wick 2, um, and they helped do, like, I think the choreography for the Wachowskis in the Matrix series. So they knew Keanu Reeves since, like, the Matrix. So they did, like, the stunt choreography and the fighting things um, for those movies. And those movies are, everybody's copied the Matrix, and everybody knows about the Matrix. Even if you've never seen the Matrix and you've seen other movies, they reference it all the time. And even in Shrek, they reference it. The bullet scene alone is, like, one of the most referenced scenes as well, where he's, like, dodging the bullets and all that stuff. But yeah, um, but I think a game that lends itself to a movie, or I think a mini series, since the game is so long. I know that, like, the original, I had it on Xbox 360, and then I got the remastered version. But I think like LA Noir, since the game is so long, like the original game, it came in, like, 3 CDs, because I guess it didn't all fit in one, I guess. But yeah, 3 CDs, and they use, like, real facial, um, the faces of, like, actual people who voice the characters and all that stuff, which is pretty cool. Because it's basically you're LA detective in the 1940s, and you go on, like, on missions, and there's, like, side missions where you, like, chase down people and do high speed car chases, go into banks like SWAT or whatever, or saving a hostage. And, like, the main missions are, like, solving crimes and solving homicides and stuff like that. And I think that style of, like, because they use, like, 19 cars from the 1940s, and, like, the music and all that stuff. I think Martin Scorsese, like, this is a dream. I don't think they're ever gonna do another LA Noir kind of thing, but But like the same people who did like Grand Theft Auto, like they put like that same company published the game, but like the actual people who like made the game are Australian company. I think they went out of business or whatever. So I don't think we're gonna have another LA Noire. But that game is really good. Um, the graphics are kind of dated, because I think that was like one of the first games to do like actually I think like CGI the faces on on the characters or whatever. So it's like it's like if you see these people in real life, you're like, oh, that's the guy from LA Noire and stuff like that. I remember when if you played the game, I remember I played the game and then I was watching Person of Interest, and he was like the main guy, Phelps. He was in like the episode, like season 1, episode 7. I forgot. I think season 3, episode 7 or whatever. I forget which one it is, but I see him and then he like does like the same facial expressions and all that stuff. Oh my god, that's Phelps! That's Phelps! Oh my god, that's him! But yeah, I think that movie, that video game lends itself to do like a mini series, um, or like a long movie, like because Martin Scorsese does like long, like 3-4 hour movies, Irishman. But I think he would do that movie justice. I don't think this is ever going to come to fruition. So I'm picking the dream director, Martin Scorsese, for this because I think for his style of movie, for that time period, I think that would do it justice. And or Quentin Tarantino. I'm going big. I'm getting A-list directors. And we're going to be talking about these directors in the next episode. So make sure to tune in for that. But yeah, I think that's all for today. It's basically like a little filler episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure to let me know which director you think is the best. Living director. Living has to be living director because I know there's a lot of directors like Alfred Hitchcock or something, John Hughes. But yeah, I want you guys a living director. So just to narrow the pool down a little bit because I know there's a lot of directors, and stuff like that. And we're gonna be discussing, directors that you may not think are maybe in the conversation. Because I wanted to get directors who I was trying to do some research and maybe get some directors from like different genres. Because I know some genres, when you're director in there, then you're not gonna get as much recognition. Oh my god, I can't even talk recognition. I can't even say the word. Notoriety. How about that? You're not gonna get as much notoriety, and but I think that some of these directors might be in the conversation, and I think I'm gonna be discussing that next week. So, and maybe with a guest, maybe not. Who knows? But that's all for today. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the episode. Make sure to follow me on pod_cast51 on Instagram. Make sure to subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100 followers on Instagram and maybe 100 subscribed on YouTube and Spotify and all that stuff. So make sure to, if you're listening to on Spotify or wherever you listen to on this, make sure to give the thumbs up, stars, rate it 5 stars, subscribe, comment down below what director you want me to talk about as well. Thank you guys. Love you guys. And I'll see you guys next week.